Hello friends, welcome to this video. This is Russell with Clever Tech Solutions. Recently, when working on the Zillow API macro that I was sharing in separate videos on YouTube, I wanted to come up with a real life example where we could use the Zillow API to locate properties and retrieve information using their website. So I found this is an Excel spreadsheet that was available at the Richland County, South Carolina website. It shows you all the properties that have come up for auction due to unpaid taxes. So what we have here is the name of the property owner, and we got a partial location. And this while that partial location is good because most of counties will not give you that, they make you kind of hunt for it, it still doesn't really tell us exactly where these locations are. We need either we know that we got a street address, and then we know they're in Richland County, South Carolina. We really need the zip code or the actual city. So what I did was I created a macro that scraped this information online that returned all the zip codes in Richland County and all the cities. And you can see for the most part all the cities for these zip codes is Columbia, South Carolina, which is our capital. And it also returned the area code for that area. Now that allows me to loop through each one of these properties or these addresses and make a call to the Zillow API to find out where these properties are located. And then I thought, well, how nice would it be to have something like this, not just for Richland County, but for every county in the United States. That way I would have every zip code for every county and every city for every county and every area code for all these counties within the United States. Well, I created this separate macro to allow me to do that, which I'm going to run for you. I'm going to run the last part of it because it's a long process. So you can see that it's basically, and this is work in progress, this is not complete by any means, but it's a three-step procedure. One is I needed to create the workbooks for all the states in the United States. You can see here I've already run the macro and it has done that. The second step would create a worksheet for every county within a state. I can't open up one of these Excel files because I'm running the macro, but you'll see it in a second. But if I were to open one of these up, what you would see would be a worksheet for every county, and all the counties would be categorized in a worksheet called all counties, so you can see them all at once. So then the last step of the process would be to get the zip codes for each county. And now this part I'm having to scrape from the web. So I've got it hard coded to just do Alabama right now because if I went through every state it would take forever. So I'm going to run this and hopefully you can see it running in the background. So the Alabama workbook is open, and you see over here to the left really quickly that the counties and the area code in the cities for each county is being populated in the worksheet or the workbook. Now right now this is only returning the 5-digit zip code. It's not appending the additional 4 numbers, what do they call it, zip 4 to the end. It's not getting postal codes, it's just getting the standard zip codes. And on some counties where there's maybe a discrepancy in the way the name is typed, they won't pull up because here again this part is being scraped from the web. So I'm actually referencing a web page located on the internet and returning all that information. Normally I don't like the idea of scraping stuff from the web, but stuff like zip codes I think should be of the public domain, and it really is. But to automate a process this large, you would really need your own database, and most people want to sell you that information. I don't really like the idea of buying that, but so I created a procedure to make one myself. That's ideally where we're going with this. Although I'm working within Excel, eventually this will be part of an XS or SQL, MS SQL database. So our operation is complete. Let's go back and look at that. Here again, we just ran this for the state of Alabama. One worksheet displays all the counties in Alabama, and then down below we have a worksheet for each county, and then you can see that it came in and gave me all the zip codes for each particular county and the area code. Most of these are very small counties, but a few of them may be rather large, and I will show you that it's not foolproof yet. It still has problems with counties that I guess either DeKalb County, that may be spelled differently on the website, or it may be because it's got two strings there. So I'm going to scroll through this and see if there's another county with two words, but it doesn't look like there is. But for all the other ones, well, there was one there, St. Clair. So see, you got two words. So there's a problem with the string, the way I'm entering that string. I'll have to fix that. This is just in the URL, the way it's going to the being returned. It's probably not returning anything because I'm not accounting for that space character in between St. Clair or DeKalb. But that's how this works. So this is pretty useful. Now, what I'll do in the future is I'd like to create an add-in so that if I make it available, so that if you ever come across a partial address, you can right-click on it and then find the zip code or the city to it to create a full address. There's already plenty of add-ins out there for sale that will do that, and much more. But pretty cool to return all that information. Now, scraping stuff from the internet is pretty easy through Excel, but when you're wanting to automate it and loop it the way I did, you can get a lot of problems because your connections don't close and things like that. I'm not going to share with you the code in this video because it's out there. You can find it online, but the looping process may be a little tricky for you to figure out. Nonetheless, we got us the beginnings of a very large database that should come in and be pretty practical for other examples, other projects. At least it showcased some of the coding that I'm capable of doing in a macro. And if you have any, well, when I have the database complete, as of right now it's not done, I'll make it available through my website. I will come back and put the links down below in the description. Right now it will not be there probably for quite some time. When I finish the add-in, the same goes for it. I'll put a link to my website where you can download that. If you need me for anything as far as programming work, please you can either contact me through YouTube, or you can, best place is to contact me through my Odesk account, which is where I do a lot of freelance work. And I'll put that link in the description down below. Thanks for watching.